local artists to the Leimert Park area. Artwork, that's kind of been my saving grace, you know. I was born in Greenville, Mississippi, a little small town down south. Once I came to California in '78, it was a culture shock because this was a very fast town, so I had to really adjust to figure out how I was going to make it in this city, you know. A tagger really is a person who has great penmanship. Resin. Through the vessels of urbanistic creations emerges resin, a controller of color. His body of works consists of many styles and genres, where each piece conveys a different but specific story. With evident graffiti principles and techniques, a certain mood is captured and translated into a two-dimensional canvas for you to observe and enjoy. View his art, feel his soul. Resin. The thought remains. The art explains. I'm a first generation B-boy, so since the 80s, I started in LA, breakdancing, going out to Venice Beach, battling cats back, really back in the days. '83 is where I documented my entrance into the hip hop scene. From drawing my sketches, I remember the book Subway Art, when that book hit LA. You know, I remember being at Audubon Junior High School and with a couple of my buddies, and we were just totally amazed, blown back by what New York was doing. But LA put its own twist to it, so that was kind of my introduction to the graffiti world, which is predominantly the element that I run with now. But it's something that I do to heal myself, help the community. It beautifies the city, so that's something that I chose to take upon myself. As far as taking graffiti seriously, maybe within the last, I'll say maybe 7 years, honestly, that I actually took it to where I wanted to take my own pieces and go out on the street. I always did it on paper, and I had black books and stuff like that, but to actually take it out and say, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. And also it was on some, trying to be the complete B-boy, you know, 360 Cypher complete, all the elements, like I touched all of them, DJing, MCing, beatboxing, breakdancing, but graffiti was the last one for me. You know, some people choose one and they kind of stick with that, but I'm the cat, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do all of them. And so when I would get into one, I would do it. Maybe I wasn't the best, but I had it down packed as far as for what I wanted to achieve within it. So I just picked graffiti last. So bombing and tagging and piecing, those are all three different things. Catching a tag is pretty much, you know, catch your signature. You know, maybe it's one line, maybe it's just one stroke of a pen or a marker or whatever. A bomb is, you know, it's something that you go out and it's not as elaborate as a piece, but it's not as thin as a tag. You know, the piece is fully orchestrated, you know, like what you would do on a canvas, except it's on a wall. And you gotta run. You gotta look over your shoulders and run for it. But that doesn't mean that cats aren't capable of, you know, doing pieces, whether they be legal or illegal. That doesn't mean that. It's just, I'm just speaking from my own sense, because I got kids, I'm a grown-ass man, you know. I'm trying to go to jail for writing on something at the age that I'm at now, so I have to think a little wiser. Being out in the community and painting. A lot of people say that they never really see graffiti in the process, they just see it up. Sometimes it's beneficial for you to actually paint a piece in the daytime where there's people out, because it can generate business for you. It's something that I think that us as older B-boys it's a way to transition yourself. You know, you could just want to do pieces and get your fame and notoriety, but at the same time, if you paid your dues and you put in a lot of work, you should be able to reap the benefits. That's what's up.
Being a tagger, really, you have good penmanship. You know, you have a certain type of calligraphy, you have a certain control with your hand, and capitalize on that, and you can get some jobs. You know, I would find someone who's looking for a sign to be painted, and I'd go out and use a graffiti principle that I learned, just a stencil. I'd do my tag, or, you know, rock that name or whatever they wanted it to be, and then I'd cut it out, put an X-Acto, and then take a can and pss, 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 pss. The outcome still was the sign that the customer wanted, and I just approached it differently. I approached it from a graffiti stance, so without effort. Understand your worth and what you're doing. Understand the value in what you're presenting to the community. And, you know, keep your portfolio, whatever you do, take a picture of it. Because you could be a pretty young cat, but know that running and dipping and dodging may not be the thing for you. You know, you could be a big dude, and you can't run, dip, and dodge and hop like that, so you might want to try something different. Think a little bit instead of, you gonna get caught every time. Been in hip hop a couple of generations. I've been around, I've seen a lot, so for me to allow somebody to make a mistake that I may have made, you know, when I can just, hey man, make sure you do this, or hey, try not to do this, or hey, you can go and talk to that guy, and you can get that whole wall, man.